me. I'm listening. Tell me in the comment section. I want to. You guys tell me, why do you want to become a cabin crew? Tell me, is it because you've seen people become cabin crew? You've seen people travel the world? You've seen what? Just tell me in the comment section. Let me know. If it's for the money, to tell me in the comment section. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time joining us, hello, my name is Abigail and I work for the best airline in the whole wide world, and that's on period. If you are coming back once again, hello, welcome back. We are logged in forever. I know you guys missed me. I missed you guys as well on my TikTok, on my Instagram. A lot of you have come to DM me and asked me, oh, when are we getting a YouTube video? When are we getting a YouTube video? Well, I'm back, and I'm back with some tea, some juice, some tea juice and whatever. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys likely interview questions. Mind you, everything I'm going to talk about in this video, as I always say, is solely based on my research. I do not work in the recruitment department. I have no one in management. So everything I'm bringing to you is things I've also learned here on YouTube, things I've also experienced. That's what I've joined together and I'm bringing to you, okay? So if you go and it's different, please do not blame me. Okay, let's get right into it. So I compiled a number of interview questions and it's all here on my iPad. So from time to time, I'll be looking at my iPad and be talking to you as well. So you back. So for the first question, it says, can you serve alcohol? Are you willing to serve alcohol? That's the first question. If you are given a question like this, I'm sure most of the Christians, our answer is yes. But for a Muslim, their answer might be a bit different, okay? And that is fine. If you feel you can't serve alcohol, just tell them you can't serve alcohol. But if you can serve alcohol, also just tell them you can serve alcohol. For those who cannot serve alcohol, I don't know if there'll be like an exemption for you, because everyone is supposed to serve alcohol, okay? So if you can't serve alcohol, I don't think this is your field, okay? I don't think, please. I'm not the airline. I just don't think this is your field if you can't serve, because I'm not sure if you are serving a passenger and the passenger is like, oh, I want a white wine, or I want a red wine, I want whiskey, I want gin, I want this, I want that. I'm not sure you'd be like, sorry sir, I cannot serve alcohol, even though you can see alcohol. Like, you get, it doesn't really make sense. So consider this point very well before you go for the interview. I mean, the Muslims who cannot serve alcohol. Let's move on to the next question. So for the ask for help easily, tell me an instance where you asked for help recently. So this place, they only want to know if you are someone who asks for help when you are in difficulty whatsoever. So just go ahead and tell them, yes, you are someone who asks for help, and then just tell them an instance where you ask for help. It could be any scenario at all. It could be when you are at school, when you are home, when you went to fetch water and you had to ask someone to help you carry the water. It could be anything. They don't want to have like, this is not something you have to base it solely on the office, or like, just give them any instance at all. Before I continue, I want to say this. When you are being asked questions, or when you go for the one-on-one interview, most of the questions they ask you, it's not really about the answer you give them. It's mainly about how you present yourself, okay? How you present your answer. Let me put it that way. How confident you are when you are giving this answer. Are you giving eye contact? How are you delivering? You know, so that's basically what they are looking for. When I get to a particular question, I'll tell you why I'm saying this in particular, okay? So when they ask you a question, let it be general. Generalize it, like have a broad idea. Just say whatever you have to, but have a good way of presenting your answer. You get me? Let's move on to the next. So what would you choose between people, things, ideas? Exactly. This was the question I was looking for. People, things, ideas. Which of them will you choose from? So for this particular question, when I got it, my answer was people, things, idea. I feel like as human beings, we will need other people to be able to survive. Let's say you need people when you are not emotionally stable, you need people to assist you with certain things in life, you need people. And even as a cabin crew, so this part I brought it down to me being a cabin crew. Like, yeah, me being a cabin crew, I was like, okay, as a cabin crew, you need your fellow cabin crew members to assist you in the cabin in case there's an emergency, in case there's this, that. You need your fellow cabin crew. When we talk about things as a cabin crew as well, we will need our fire extinguishers in case there's a fire on board. You also need your first aid kits. You get me? So I was trying to bring it down to the flight attendant's point of view. Even though I hadn't got a job yet, I narrowed it down to being a flight attendant. I also need ideas to be able to make a decision whatsoever. So in general, I cannot really pick between people, things, ideas. I feel like as flight attendants and as human beings in general, we need all three to be able to survive. That was my answer. A friend of mine, when she went in for the interview, her answer was she'll pick people because people are more vital. When you have people, you can have things, you can have ideas. Like, that's what she said. So you can see that from both answers, we all have different things to say, but then we're all picked. Okay, so it's not really about your answers. It's basically about how you present those answers to the recruiter, if you get what I'm saying. Let's move on. The next one is, are you willing to relocate? This one, I know everybody will say yes. Because we are all willing to relocate. Even if today, they ask everyone, let's relocate, let's go. You all carry your bags and go. Even some of you not even carry your bags. You just, let's go to the airport, yes. So that's another question they ask. Are you willing to relocate? And I know all of you answer is yes. Also, the fifth question. Are you a loyal person? Rate yourself out of 10. Are you a loyal person? Rate yourself out of 10. So I'm sure most of you might think it's a basic question. Well, it's a basic question though. But then, are you a loyal person? Look within yourself. Are you a loyal person? Yes. Yes, right. And if you have to rate yourself out of 10, for me, I'll say 10. I said 10. It's not like I'll say, I said 10. I'm loyal. I'm loyal 10 over 10. Even 100 over 10, I'm loyal. So don't go where I'm saying, oh, I'm 5% loyal. I am, hey, say 10. Say 10. If they ask you, are you loyal? Yes, I'm loyal. Rate yourself out of 10. 10. Hey, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I'm very, very loyal. That's what they're looking for. Like, every company wants a loyal person, if you get what to say. So let's move on. The next one, are you an introvert or an extrovert? For me, I'm an extrovert. It's not really about the interview or me trying to tell them that, oh, I'm not really someone who hides my shell. No. For me, personally, if you know me, I'm an extrovert. I like to hang out with people. Like, I'm always outside. So I'm an extrovert. And I don't know about you. If you go, you can say you're an introvert. You can say you're an introvert, I mean. But for me, if I'm to advise you, I'll say you should say you're an extrovert. Because introverts almost shut down penny part. They don't really like to hang around with people and all of that. And this job, you know, it requires you being in the midst of a lot of people. You have 40 people to serve. You have a whole aircraft filled of people. So if you're an introvert and you're always hiding in your shell, how will you be able to cope with all these things? You get me? So think about it. The next question, define change and what does change mean to you? I'm sure, is it change? Yes. What does change mean to you? So, I mean, just sit down and think about what is change. Change is how you easily adapt to things, right? Yes, change is how you easily adapt to things, people, or places. That's my definition for it. And to me, what does change mean to me? Change means, I don't know, I can't think about anything right now, but I've said it, so you guys should sit down and really think about it. Just give like a general like understanding of change, because they are asking this because very soon, if you are being selected, you are going to move from Ghana to a different country where you have no idea about, a different country where you've only read about their food, you've only read about their culture, you don't know how you don't know how they dress, you've only read about these things. So how are you going to easily adapt to this new country? You get me? So try to sit down and form something for yourself and put it together so that when they ask you the question, you know what to say. The next question, tell us about a situation when you handled pressure. Okay, so this, I remember talking about my workplace where there was a deadline for me to meet, but then the odds weren't really favorable, and I had to like go the extra mile, work from home. During close period, I had to stay back in the office, work from home, like, you know, all those things. So that was the time I had to handle pressure. So that was the moment or the instance I spoke about. But for you, maybe your instance might be different. So any instance where you felt you handled pressure and you handled it very, 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 very well, you can as well state it or write it there, or tell the interviewer. Hey, why didn't you say write? Because you're going to tell the interviewer, so it's not state, it's right. Hey, it's not right, it is tell the interviewer. Sorry, why? Let's move on to the next one. Are you a leader or a follower? Tell us a situation you acted as a leader or a follower. So which of them are you? Are you a leader or you're a follower? It's fine if you're a leader. It's fine if you're a follower. Like, I don't see anything bad in being followers. I don't see anything bad in being a leader. I mean, if we have a country, there's a leader of the country, which is the president, right? So the president is there and we are the followers. If we have God, God is our leader and we are his followers, or we are his disciples. So there's nothing bad about me saying I'm a follower. If you do not consider yourself as a leader, it's fine. You can still say I'm a follower. But then again, being a follower, I make sure that I bring out my ideas in order to assist the leader. Do you get me? Do not just say, oh, I'm a follower. Because if you're a follower, I feel like they're looking for people that can be able to think on the spot, people that can be able to act on the spot, you know, things like that. For instance, if there's an emergency on board, they need like cabin crews who are very, very proactive to be able to get into the situation and act right on spot. Imagine somebody is having somebody just fainted. What are you supposed to do? They need crew members who can be able to come, volunteer, and start doing whatever they have to do. All the first aid they have to do. They need a crew member to be there. It's not someone that you're a follower, but then you are shying away. You can see a passenger in distress and you are running away somewhere else. It's not really nice, right? So I'm sure that's why this question is there. So then if you are any of them, just try to explain yourself more for them to understand you. As I always say, it's not about your answer, it's about how you deliver the answer. Okay, let's move on. So the next question is grooming important, and why do you think so? So when I'm talking about grooming, I mean like your general appearance, okay? General appearance, from your hair, your makeup, your attire, that means your outfit, your shoe, your stockings, like, you know. Why do you think grooming is important? Grooming is important because that's the first thing people see before they talk to you. Okay, when someone sees you as a cabin crew, they are looking at your smile. Oh wow, she has a beautiful smile. Oh, her makeup is very nice. Oh, her uniform is well pressed. Oh wow, she looks well presentable. Do you understand? And as the face of the airline you are applying to, the customers or the passengers, they do not go and see the managers first before they see the cabin crew. No, once they enter the aircraft, it's you, the cabin crew, they look at first. So that's why they're asking, do you think grooming is important? And why do you think so? It's important because that's the first thing every passenger looks at before even having an interaction with you. Do you understand? So just look for a sentence and just put all these things inside, add yours to it, and make it more pleasing to the ear, and then you tell the interviewer. The next question, why do you smile? Why do you smile? Why do you smile? Why do you smile? Like, what's the reason behind your smile? Is a smile important? Yes, as a cabin crew, a smile is important. Okay, as a cabin crew, a smile is important because, once again, that's the first thing the passenger sees before interacting with you, the personality as well. So imagine the passenger walks into the aircraft and then you are like, You are giving Vogue magazine model look. You are giving like, it's not nice. It's not nice to see, you know. You have to smile, like, and it has to be genuine, because most of you, I feel like, because you say smile, 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 you're like, me, if I do like, you know, it's fake, you know, like it's not real, you know, like I'm faking it. But then if I'm laughing like how I'm doing, if I'm smiling like how I'm doing right now, like, you know that, oh, this is from the bottom of my heart, like I'm really, really giving out my all. So why do you smile? What do you think? Why do you think you need to smile? You get me? Why do you think you need to smile? And some of the questions, generalize it, make it like, as I said earlier, generalize some of the questions. Do not just narrow it down. But some of these questions, like, why do you smile? Why is grooming important? You know, some of these questions like this, try to narrow it down to the flight attendant's point of view. That way, if you are giving your answer, they also see that, oh, this girl, she's ready for this job. You get me? So let's move on to the next question. Question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? What are your strengths and weaknesses? I don't know your strength, I don't know your weaknesses, so don't expect me to give you any hints. No, you're not going to get that here. So what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses? Just look for one very good strength to talk about, and for the weakness, even if you want to talk about a weakness, make it a weakness, but then you can derive some strength from it. Let me see if I can think about any. No, right now I can't think about any right now. I don't want to give you a pop. Even I don't even remember any. So, but you guys got what I'm trying to say, right? Look for a weakness, but then try to derive like some sort of strength from it. Okay, don't just go and say, oh, I'm always late. My weakness is that every day I'm running late. You cry. Will you pick yourself if you tell yourself this? You won't even pick yourself. Okay, so don't say that. Something more engaging, look for something nice to talk about. Let it be a weakness, but then you can derive some sort of strength from it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Why do you want to become a cabin crew? Tell me, I'm listening. Tell me in the comment section. I want to you guys tell me, why do you want to become a cabin crew? Tell me, is it because you've seen people become cabin crew, you've seen people travel the world, you've seen what? Just tell me in the comment section. Let me know. If it's for the money, to tell me in the comment section. I want to know. I just want to know. Don't lie, Masa. Don't lie. So I think for me, what I spoke about was, I love to see the world. I want to travel the world. What? I can't remember. Like, I was trying to look for, like, I had a book where I wrote all the questions, and I wrote like my answers, the answers I had found. I had a book, but then I can't find the book. That's why I'm giving everything from what I remember. Okay, but then I think I said something about I like to see the world, I like to travel the world. Like, I said something about traveling, and it's fine. Me, as I said, it's fine. You're just being honest. You rated yourself a 10, right, for being a loyal and honest person. So it's fine if you just want to travel the world. That's why I want to become a cabin crew. And you saying you want to travel the world, but doing it with the world's best airline, it's a plus. It's okay. I mean, just look for a good way to say it. Just look for a good way to put it in. I think you should be good to go. There's no harm in, and don't go and lie, don't go and say any plenty story. Just go straight to the point. Tell them, this is why I want to become a cabin crew. So tell me in the comment section. Let me read, let's interact. Let me get to know your point of view. Okay, and the next one is, why do you want to join our airline? Of course, this airline is the best airline in the whole wide world, and that's what's on period. That's on period. It's the best airline in the whole wide world. I mean, if you're applying for other airlines, you can also say because they are the best airline. You're not lying. You're saying every airline is great on its own. Emirates is great. Qatar is great. Singapore is great. Korean Air is great. Alaska is great. British Airways is great. Every airline is great. Passion Air. Fly Dubai, Le Etihad, they are all great airlines. So if you go and they ask you, Why do you want to be with our airline? Because you are the best. And that's all. Everybody has their own way of choosing things. Everybody has their own way of saying, oh, this is good. Same way I can see this my iPad and say, oh, this my iPad, I feel like it's very, very good. I like it. It's the best iPad I've ever used. You get me? Same way someone will see this iPad and say, oh, I don't like this iPad. This iPad is not the best. I prefer the iPad with the three cameras at the back. Everybody has their own preference. Okay, so if you go for the interview and they ask you, why do you want to work? For me, my first line will always be, because you are the best. And everybody likes to hear that, because you are the best. Then you can proceed to say something else, like you can proceed to give like some few examples or say something extra. But let your first line be, because you are the best. That's all. You can even leave it as that. But maybe they want to hear more, okay? So not just going to say, because you are the best. Say something, add a little bit of flesh to it to make it more presentable, okay? How will you handle difficult passengers? How will you handle difficult passengers? Because sometimes you're gonna meet them. You're gonna meet passengers that are like quite difficult to you. Some are grumpy and all. How will you manage passengers like this? Think about it. Let's all think about it. Let's all think about it. How will you, or what do you think is the best way to handle a passenger that is difficult? A passenger is talking, a passenger is shouting, a passenger is this. When you go there as a cabin crew, what would you do? My first thing, be calm. Because if you are hot and I'm hot and we are coming together, it's going to be a crash, right? So regardless of whatever it is, be calm. Always maintain composure, and know that in that situation, in that scenario, there are people also looking at you. There are other passengers trying to see your reaction towards this. Okay, trying to see your reaction, trying to see how the cabin crew reacts in such situation. So always keep in mind, you're a 5-star cabin crew. Be calm. Very demure, very kind, very calm, be calm. And when you're calm, try to listen to the passenger, okay? Don't try to interrupt him. When you're there, just try to listen to the passenger, let him talk. As he's talking, you are asking open-ended question. So say, this is what you said, and he's going to agree, yes, this is what I said. Okay, I understand, but this, try to be calm in all situations. Try to be calm, listen to the passenger, ask open-ended questions, and apologize. Apologize if necessary. Always apologize, okay? Try to apologize as well. But then you can also think about it. If you have any other answer to this, you can tell the recruiter as well. The next question is, tell us about your previous work experience. Tell us about your previous work experience. Where have you worked before? Where did you work? For me, I worked in GIL Automations Ghana as a sales rep or a key account manager. I've said this in so many videos of mine. And as a key account manager or a sales rep, some of my skills were I mostly interacted with passengers. Passengers? I mostly interacted with customers. I served as an intermediary between the customer and the company. I also generated revenue for the company. Some of these things I can't even remember right now. But then if you are talking about any work experience of yours, try to relate it to work experience that has to do with customer service, okay? Try to relate it to work experience that has customer service. Maybe during your national service, you worked as, what should I say? During your national service days, maybe you worked as, I don't even know what to say. Maybe you worked as a sales rep, okay? You worked as a sales rep during your national service days. That's fine. But after your national service, maybe you went to the account office and you started working at accounts. And if you're working in accounts, sometimes you don't really have human interaction or customer interaction like that. So if I were you and I'm talking about my work experience, I'm not going to talk about the accounts the account job where I was always in the office and just on my laptop and doing all this and doing all that. No, I'm not going to talk about that. Rather, I'm going to talk about the sales job that made me had interactions with clients, made me have interactions with my customers. That's the experience I'm going to talk about, because that way they know that, oh, she has a little bit of customers. They have your CV, so then they can see all the work experience you've done. But then at that moment during the interview, if they're asking you to give them a particular work experience or tell them if they're asking you to tell them your work experience, you should be centralizing on something related to customer service, okay? And as I said, customer service is a lot of things. It's not just office jobs. If you've worked as a waitress before, that's a customer service experience. If you're a mobile money agent, that's a customer service experience. If you've worked as susu collector, customer service experience. Anything, bank teller, that's a customer service experience. Anything related to having interactions with human beings, that is a customer service experience. So when you go there, say it. Okay, so that's all we have for today. I hope you learned something. I hope you got an idea about a question. I know I didn't talk much, but then I hope this video helps. And you can as well continue checking on YouTube to see if you find more and more questions. If I find more questions on YouTube, I'll compile them and I'll come and tell you guys about it, okay? But in the meantime, you can like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Maybe if you have an answer to any of the questions I've spoken about, you can leave the comments you can leave the answer in the comment section. Maybe you might be helping someone, who knows, right? So yes. Also, I've not heard that they've started sending out invitations. Okay, I've not heard about that. I've not heard about invitations. So be calm, be patient. If they start sending emails, you know, because a lot of people in Ghana have applied for this job. So if they start sending out invitations, no one will even tell you. Now you know. Okay, so be patient, be calm, and do not forget to pray. As I always say, pray. Okay, and yes, that's all for today's video. In my next video, I might be talking about my timeline from the interview date to everything. I'll be talking about my entire timeline here. So if you've not subscribed, this is your time to subscribe so that you can you get to know when I post my next video. Click on the post notification. Make sure to like this post, share this post. Someone might need it, okay? So do all to share the post, and I'll see you all in my next video. But for now, it's bye.